as much progress as we've been part of achieving here in India, there's still a lot to do. The child death rate is about a third of what it was, but it's still almost 3 times higher than in a rich country. So we should all want to close that gap. That's equity. I mentioned malnutrition. The country is very serious about that, and yet, it means that your brain never develops. And sadly, if whatever dietary or disease things affect you during pregnancy in your first year, even if later you get a fantastic diet, your brain and your physical capabilities, they don't adjust. You're, sort of permanently affected. And so, we're working with some great scientists here. We have a lot of the tools of biology have gotten a lot better. So I do think, in the next decade, we'll totally get to the bottom of that. And I'm thrilled to do that. And a lot of the scientists we partner with, including some at ICMR, but lots of institutions around the country, they're also committed to that. The biggest change agent in my lifetime has been the miracle of digital, now moving into the AI phase of that digital revolution. So the fact that as a young person, I was programming at age 13, and by 18 I had my thousands of hours of really strong feedback about getting better and being pushed, and so it's a really lucky thing to have such a familiarity with the thing that's going to change the world. And so, I wrote a book called The Road Ahead a long time ago, that talked about, the internet and digital money and video conferencing. And then when I moved into the foundation work, the health work, people in that community understand pandemics. And, so my saying, hey, there's a big risk, and the thing that's going to kill, 10 million additional people is likely to be a pandemic. That's commonplace knowledge if you're in the global health community. It's a very small community. But I was just somebody who was listened to stating this. And sadly, most of the people who listened to that prediction listened to it after it came true. Then, what my goal was people to hear that and actually stop it from happening.